Hello, this is a free call from
Kristy.
an offender at the Chillicothe Correctional Center.
This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
To accept this free call, press 1. To refuse this free call, press. Thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Hey.
Hey, Mom, how you doing?
I'm tired.
You're tired? Guess what? I finally got the picture, and
You did?
yeah, so I put it in the mail today.
Okay. I just found your new address, like, to there, because
Okay.
Dad picked up the envelope.
Mhm.
So I will be mailing. I promise you I'm going to mail it Monday.
Okay. Yeah.
I just, I have a migraine, and I'm just so tired.
Oh, well, it sounds like you need a nap.
Well, I mean, with everything, okay, besides Lexi and the Dylan situation,
Mhm.
which you know all that about,
Right.
one of my friends that I consider like a sister to me,
Mhm.
she tried to kill herself.
Oh no.
She needs to, like, she's addicted to drugs bad.
Mm.
And like her daughter had, which is one of Mia's, best friends. They're the same age, and so they called 911, and 3 cop cars and an ambulance went. They brought her to Lady of the Sea.
Mhm.
They kept her there for 2 days,
Wow.
and she went yesterday to a place in Luling.
Mhm. Like a rehab treatment.
But to do outpatient.
Okay.
And I haven't talked to her since
Mhm.
it all happened, but like I did send her a text, and told her, because, plus she tried to kill herself
Mhm.
by, I don't know what she was going to do. She grabbed 2 knives and brought them in the bathroom, unlocked the door, but they busted the door down and got the knives away from her.
Oh, good.
So I knew she didn't have her phone while she was in the hospital.
Mhm.
And I was like, I'm going to let her rest,
Mhm.
and everything. So I sent her a text yesterday, saying, I love you, and you're like a sister to me. We may not see things eye to eye at times, but I'm here for you, I'm here for you girls. I'm here for you.
Yeah.
I just wanted to owe Amy back,
Yeah.
And
a supportive friend helps a lot,
Yeah. But she's read it and she hasn't replied. But I'm okay with that.
It's just like a
know,
little
I
time,
mean,
I mean.
Well,
I don't know.
plus her mama's on her ass. Everybody is on her fiance's ass to like grill her and pressure her, and I'm like, that's not what she needs.
Right.
They're gonna push her right back to the damn
all that.
drugs.
Mhm. Yeah. This grilling her is gonna make her more depressed and more suicidal and more dependent on the drugs. So,
right.
Yeah.
I mean, and then the same day that she did that, one of Mia's friends' mom got killed. So, yeah, it's been a crappy week.
Wow. Well, I'll keep y'all in my prayers, and I'll keep her in my prayers that things get better for her.
Yeah, I mean, I think Amy's, if she stays away from her freaking dad, who's the one that gives her the damn freaking pills,
Yeah.
that's what it all boils down to. She needs to stay away.
Right.
And I've told him more than one time, quit going bring your daughter pills. Quit going bring, because when she's on that, she's a totally different person. She's she's always nodding off. I don't know if you remember the Cajun words, like she's always on the bouchon, like, Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, she's like falling asleep and waking up, and I'm like, man, and her youngest is 3 years old, and she's my godchild. So it's like, man,
Is it some sort of a, like a narcotic pill?
Yeah, it's, okay, she smokes weed. I don't give a shit. I don't care if she smokes weed 24/7. That's not going to do her what it's doing to her.
Right.
She takes, like she did, look, a few years ago, she did get in a bad car accident. She got hit by 18-wheeler in her car. And the 18-wheeler hit her side. God was with her, because she shouldn't have survived that.
Right.
So I know she's hurting. I know that.
It probably started out as, a pain reliever, and then slowly started as an addiction.
Well, she was taking things before her accident. For her hip. And then with this, with her accident, I know she's in pain, but it's not the Vicodin that's doing her that.
Right.
It's whatever her dad's going to freaking give her.
Yeah.
So I don't freaking know. No, she needs to learn how to take it. Like her medicine, she needs to take it when she needs it, and that's it. Don't abuse it, or whatever. I've been taking the same medication for 16 years for my neck, and I don't abuse it.
Right.
I don't, like how they say, when people run out, they get ready to run out their prescription, they freak out and this and that. Me, I'm like, oh, well, because my pharmacist is not open on weekends. So it's like, I don't flip out. Like, I never run out ahead of time. I'm always getting it prescribed a lot later than I normally do. But with hurricane season, she makes me get them filled.
Right, just in case.
Right.
Evacuate or something.
Right. There were times that when we went to see you, we stayed there for a few days, and I was going to run out. I got them filled. She knows, she knows I was going out of town. But it's not every month thing.
Right, and you don't abuse them.
No.
Right.
No.
You probably need to, go to some Narcotics Anonymous classes. They offer that over here.
Wait. Yeah, but
that,
they don't have Narcotics Anonymous on this bayou. They only have AA.
Oh.
So, and over here, girl, everybody that goes to the AA meetings, everybody knows, like, who goes.
Everybody knows everybody.
It's not right. I have a friend of mine that they were all standing outside after the meeting. He's taking pictures of everybody and putting it on Facebook. I'm like, it's supposed to be anonymous.
Right, anonymous. Hence the anonymous
What
part.
sort of anonymous don't you understand?
Right.
Yeah.
So that a lot of people probably wouldn't want to go because they don't want their business aired everywhere.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Dang straight.
Right.
I mean, look, 2 years ago, I was on Vicodin for my neck, a muscle relaxer, for my spasms, and Ambien to sleep. Well, your dad got to the point to where he was getting scared because, I mean, once that Ambien hit me, I mean, the house could have went up in flames and I wouldn't have woke up.
Yeah.
I'd have died. You know, so he was like, Kristy, you know, I know you don't abuse him, you know, but you need to get off of.
Right.
You know, I'm scared, you know, what if something happens in the house and the kids aren't there, you know, when,
right.
you know, whatever. I was like, you know, okay, you know.
Yeah.
So I went to a facility in Lake Charles. For 3 weeks I went. And they were like, well, why are you here? And I'm like, and I was like, well, you know, I got in a car accident. You know, I've been taking this medication for 16 years. I said, I just want to get off of them in a safe environment in case I detox. I didn't even detox because I didn't abuse them. And the doctors looking at me like, why are you here?
Right.
They all said I was the straightest person that ever walked in there. You know, I mean, I hit the ground running. You know, I mean.
Yeah.
But I still, the only thing I take now is the Vicodin for my neck because if I wouldn't be able to do nothing.
Right.
I'm not on, you know, on sleeping medications, and I don't take muscle relaxers.
Now,
you know, and that was
has a bad effect on some people. Like it had a bad effect on me whenever Mom was giving that to me. She gave me 2, and I was
on the 12.5 milligram extended release. I was on the strongest one they had. You know, so, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like, you can get up and eat or whatever, and you don't know you're doing.
Don't remember anything.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, Mia would the next morning I'd wake up, you know, and then Mia's like, you don't know what happened last night? I'm like, what you mean? I took my medicine and I went to sleep. Mama, you were laying down on your floor. I had to pick you up. I said, I was probably going to the freaking bathroom. I said, she's like, well, I had to wake you up, like get you up and put you in the bed. I'm like, no, you should have left me right there. I would have woke up eventually. You know, I said, did I pee on myself? She's like, no. You know, but it scared the shit out of them, you know, and I don't blame them, you know.
Right.
I don't blame them.
People react to certain medications differently, and especially mixed with, say, other medications. If you're on one might have a bad effect on the other. So
exactly, and the somas and the Vicodin together was causing my insomnia.
Right. Yeah. That
makes
perfect sense.
You know, and I didn't realize that. Like when I learned. Look, I went. It felt like more like I was on a retreat, like a spiritual retreat. That's how it felt to me.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, I mean, it was 12. They take 12 girls and 12 guys. It's a small one, you know, which is good.
Right.
You know, of course they always have more guys than girls, but all the girls that were there were like on crystal meth.
Oh wow.
You know, yeah, and I was like, I was like, man, y'all want some hardcore shit. You know.
Yeah, a lot of people are like asking me over here because you know a lot of people are here for drugs. And they asked me, you know, have you ever done any drugs? And I'm like, you know, hardcore drugs. And I'm like, no. But, you know, I was addicted to, you know, narcotic pills And
right, because you were on them for so long.
And going to Narcotics Anonymous, you know, it does help because there are people around me that get it. You know, they have the addiction gene, and I guess I have it. I don't know where it comes from, but
I could tell you where it comes from.
Where?
Your papa Rod.
Okay.
Your dad's dad. He's an alcoholic.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm like,
then
addicted.
You have Aunt Tammy's daughter, Megan.
Mm-hmm.
She's 21. Her and Dylan the same age. She's an addict.
Okay.
Aunt Keisha was an addict.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
So that's probably where you get it from.
Right.
Because it is, you know, hereditary.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like when I went to the meetings,
mm-hmm.
You know, we went to, I mean, they kept us on a strict schedule, you know, which was great.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like when I went to the AA meeting,
mm-hmm.
and they were like, oh, we need to go around and introduce yourselves. I refused to say I was an alcoholic.
Right.
Because I wasn't.
Right.
And I really don't drink. And they were all like, Kristy, oh, we scared if you leave, you're gonna go. You're gonna start on alcohol. I'm like, trust me. I don't have an addictive personality. It's not that I was addicted.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to get off of it because.
Right, for safety reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I still have a glass of wine here and there. I could drink a half a glass of wine and I have a buzz.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, whoa, I need to stop.
Right.
You know, I mean, yeah. And like in one of our classes, the guy was like, have y'all ever drank and y'all knew y'all were drunk, but y'all kept drinking anyway? Everybody rose their hand except me.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, have y'all taken any drugs and knew y'all were messed up, but kept taking the pills anyway? Everybody raised their hand except me.
Uh-huh.
And the guy's like, well, why you not, you know, why you here? He would come in and do a couple of classes, you know, and that was, you know, when he asked that, he's like, why you here? I said, because I don't drink.
Mm-hmm.
I said, and if I do, it's a glass of wine every few months, maybe every 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I said, and I only took my medicine as prescribed.
Right.
So I wasn't taking a bunch of pills to get wasted.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and, you know, he scratched his head and he was like, well, there has to be something. And I'm like, no.
Like, no.
There's not.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I mean, in these programs, they were like, when the people leave, we all have a meeting. We all have and the people that are leaving have to write a note to their parents of all the shit they done or whoever it was they did it to, and their parents, you know, oh, you hurt me and da 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 da.
Right.
I was like, I don't have to do that.
Right.
And they were like, the girl, I hated Renee. She was one of the counselors. I wanted to beat the crap out of her all the time. But all the counselors used to be patients there.
Oh, wow.
And she was like, you got to do it, and you got to stay 28 days. I said, your ass. I said, my husband went for 3 weeks on the boat, and he's coming to pick me up when he gets off the boat.
Mm-hmm.
And that Wednesday, when he got off the boat, she came get me. Mm-hmm. And she was like, well, you have to stay. I'm like,
no, you don't.
No, I don't. I walked in here. It wasn't court appointed.
Right.
And she's like, well, you need to make amends. I said, with who?
Right.
And she was like, I said, Renee, I said, let me tell you something right now. I said, you only want me in here because I help pay your bills.
Right. Mhm. Yep.
I mean, what pissed me off and I wanted to drive 5 hours to slap her. Mia told me not too long ago that she called and told them that they didn't take me off no medication right away. I said, bullshit. I said, I went to bed that night with a melatonin. That was it. That's all they give you. Melatonin, my birth control pill, you know, and Excedrin migraine, because I'm a migraine patient. And I had the choice to leave with all my medication I brought. And I was like, I don't want it.
Right.
I don't need it.
Yeah.
I don't, you know.
It's like one of those
I don't want the Ambien. I don't want the,
go
you
to
know.
class to just kind of wean yourself off in a safe environment. That way, nothing bad can happen, but it's not like you're an addict.
Right.
No,
and you know what?
You're in denial.
Right. And okay, I had elbow surgery because from my accident, I had a pinched nerve in my elbow, you know, and this and that. And if I if I put my arm a certain way, it's on my left side, my hand shakes a little bit. And they were like, oh, look, you're detoxing. I'm like, I am not freaking detoxing. I said, it's from my surgery. I have nerve and muscle damage. Y'all read it in my damn file. It's not bulging disc. It's not that I had. There's no surgery for me.
Right.
I said, this is what I have. And then they would see some days my hand was perfectly, you know, fine. I'm like, yeah, because I'm not leaning on it.
Right.
You know, a certain way. And plus, I'm left-handed. You know, I mean, I had to get surgery because I didn't feel my fingers anymore. I couldn't even lift the ink pen to write, Gypsy. That's how bad it was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, on a different note, I did receive a letter from Miss Erin, and she had filled out a form for Mercy Hospital so they can get my medical records, a hard copy of it. And she filled it out, and all I had to do was sign and date. So I sent that off to Mercy Hospital.
Good.
I have her number. I'm going to try and give her a call to let her know I did that. And I sent her a copy of the picture, too.
When we hang up, I'll text her and tell her, you know, that you're going to be calling her. Oh, we got a cat.
Oh, my God.
Your dad is, like, flipping the hell out.
I'm sure. How did you guys get a cat?
Dylan and I were sitting outside the other night, and we hear a little meow sound. And I'm like, Dylan. I said, where that's coming from? I turn around and look. She's on the cement by the shed. She's a baby.
Aww.
So Dylan was like, okay, I'm going to put her in the shed. He put her in the shed, gave her some food, gave her some water. And he's like, I'm keeping her.
Oh, boy.
I said, okay. He's like, she's going to stay just in my room. Well, she's been in the shed, but she can hang out and got to know Aurora. Aurora loves her to death.
Good.
She's gray with white legs and a gray chest and a white chest. I mean, she has white legs and a white chest, and I named her Sage.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And your dad's like, I'm going cat hunting when I got home. I'm like, your ass. I said, look, me, Dylan, and Mia all love cats. I said, you're the only one. Right. I said, you're the only one that don't like cats. So get over yourself.
Majority rule.
That's right.
Yeah, I've been wanting to see how baby boy's doing.
4 years and 8 months.
I have not talked to Debbie in a very long time.
Yeah.
Like, ever since Aaron and I went to go talk to her, and she freaked out on that, she has not contacted me.
Okay.
But from what, the last I heard, he was doing great.
Good.
You know?
Well, I know Nathaniel always liked him, and I know they got along great.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Good.
And sometimes Debbie just is a pain in my ass.
Oh,
to be
trust
honest.
me, I know. She would bust the heck out of me and Mom. She would come over all the time because she was getting a divorce from her husband. And she would come over and stay for hours. And, like, one of our biggest pet peeves was whenever somebody would come over
and just not know when to leave?
And just sit there and talk on their phone and ignore you.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, it was so annoying, and we'd have, like, dinner all cooked and everything. But, it's not polite to go ahead and just eat without, inviting the other person to eat or whatever.
Right.
But she was always on the phone, so we had to kind of, like, stop her. We'd get cold, and, she would always come and raid our pantry for food and different stuff like that. It was just, it was a pain in the butt.
One of the neighbors that lived a few houses up, she was an older lady. She said that Debbie and your mom didn't get along, didn't see eye to eye.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But Debbie was the first one to come approach us.
Mm-hmm.
When we were at the house. Mm-hmm.
The way Debbie's personality is she's nosy. She's one of them nosy neighbors.
Well, girl, they had the lady across the street from y'all. Mm-hmm. I was on the porch, and she was looking at me with binoculars, like I'm not that far.
Uh-huh.
I just waved. Mm-hmm. And then Danny's the one that sent me a text and said, hey, there's some people at Dee Dee and Gypsy's house, and I'm like, it's us. Mm-hmm. And he never came to introduce himself, but, he was letting me know, hey, there's people there, and I was like, don't worry about it, it's us, Mm-hmm. But, I mean, we met a lot of, the people there, and they were sweet as can be. Once they got to know us, they were like, oh, y'all so sweet. Yeah. Why Dee Dee said this about you and why she said that about you. And I'm like, I don't know.
Right.
I mean, on the sofa was your dad's Father's Day gift. Mm-hmm. And we were like, I don't know what she told y'all, but this is how it was,
Right.
I said, we were always in their lives, it was, but that was just part of your mom's.
Yeah. I had made friends with, all right, so you remember the yellow house that is, like, right next door to the pink house, our house?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Fontana, she went to school at MSU College, and the only reason that she got a house was because it helped her get a scholarship, but she lives mostly with her mom. And, she's, I think, 31 and single. She has, Whitnick has Asperger's syndrome.
Oh.
And
okay.
so she lives alone.
I don't think yeah. Look, I mean, there's so many people that came in and out, mm-hmm. and there was a black young couple mm-hmm. that came. They were sweet as can be. Mm-hmm. They had just had a baby, or she was getting ready to have a baby. I don't remember what it was. Mm-hmm. I mean, some of them came in just to see where it happened. Mm-hmm. And Mama Sharon told them, that's what y'all here for. Y'all need to get out. Mm-hmm. Right. But everybody else was like, y'all need help. Y'all need, I mean, they were just all so sweet.
Good.
I mean, really nice. I mean, David came. We met David. Mm-hmm. He told us, look, I came in the house. I stood right here,
Right.
And everything. He's like, I couldn't see nothing. It was dark. Mm-hmm. Never met Kim. Talked to her on the phone, but I cut ties with her because of what she, the conversation she went to have with you. I wasn't too happy about.
Right. That hurt me pretty bad, because I understand that, I had been going to that sci-fi convention for a couple years, and, I mean, they were all so sweet to me. They made me the honorary member of their group.
Right.
They gave me armor free of charge, and it was, I considered them my friends, and in the article I read that Kim had said that it was like a costume that I was wearing, and I just took it off. And, in a sense that it kind of is, but at the same time it's not, because it's still me. It's still my personality.
Right.
It's still me talking to them as me,
Right. And you you didn't do that because you didn't like sci-fi. You liked sci-fi.
Right. Exactly. And so, I mean, I think, I haven't heard from any of them, haven't got a letter or anything or an email from anybody in that group, and I let them know, if anybody wants to contact me, give them my info and, let them know how I'm doing. So.
Right, but maybe it's best that you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's best, you sever ties, and just start a new chapter as this new and improved Gypsy, the one that could walk,
right.
The one that could, not have to worry. I mean, me and your dad talked about it, several times, like, why she just didn't get up and walk.
I know.
While she was there. Why she,
so
but
simple.
We didn't know what your mom was telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you better not,
right.
You're going to go down too,
mm-hmm.
Or I'm going to beat your ass, We didn't know.
For me, what she had told me is, some things are forgivable, but doing that is not. Like, she would never forgive me if I just told people.
Oh, God.
She said that when after I ran away, and she's like, I could forgive you for running away, but I had told her that I had wanted, since my legs were weak, I had wanted to go to physical therapy, and if she could
right.
me to go to physical
Without a
therapy,
blew her.
And, open up to people, and she said that some things were forgivable, like me running away, but that would be unforgivable.
Yeah. I mean, I understand her reasoning behind it, because her ass would have been caught.
Right.
And the younger she put you, the more benefits she got.
Right.
So, I mean, it was all green. I mean, we really wish, why shouldn't you just get up and walk? Why she just didn't,
Right.
But like me and your dad said, we don't know yet what she was told.
Right.
If I go down, you going down. We didn't know. We knew there was a good reason why you didn't.
Right.
But we didn't know. Right. And when we go visit and, and talk and everything, we'll talk all, whatever.
Right.
No. I mean,
Aaron
we want to know it all. We really want to know everything, but we want to know it on your time when you're ready.
Right.
And
me, I'm super open. If there's questions that need answering, I'm more than happy to answer them. So
yeah, now you are. I mean, it took a year, it took us less than a year to you and I.
Right, to open up.
Right. And that is more, I mean, he understands, and he wants you to open up, but, like, Mia opens up more to me than what she does her dad. Dylan opens up more to his dad than what he does to me. It's just mother-daughter, I mean, it's just there's some things you won't be able to tell your dad.
Right, it's just
like,
something
like when
easier
you get,
than others.
When you get older, like when you're going to get out and you're going to start dating and when you're going to be intimate for the first time, that's something you're going to want to tell your dad.
No.
That's something you're going to tell me, and I'm going to be like, okay, well, let's go get you protection if, you want to, and, and this and that.
Yeah, because I had only been with Nick one time. So,
right. Thank God.
yeah. So, I mean.
Thank God.
And I waited because I wanted to wait till I got married, you know. So, I mean.
Yeah, so did Mia, but that didn't happen either, okay?
Well, I mean, she's a cheerleader, you know, she's probably the popular girl in her class, you know, things happen. So.
Shit happens, yeah. You know, I didn't judge him for it.
I asked them over here, because, you know, I had to go through that health screening. And they had asked me if I had wanted to go through with the pap smear, and I said, you know, no, I've only had sex one time.
Yeah, but you still need to.
If I'm not, like, you know, active or anything, and I'm going to be, you know, locked up for the next 7 years, do I really need it? And they're like, not really. And I asked them about the HPV shot.
Don't get it.
They said if I get out before I'm 26, I can get it, but I'm still going to be here. So.
Do not.
Okay.
I am not giving it to Mia. There are so many kids with side effects.
Oh.
It's unreal. Doctors are saying don't get it.
Oh, wow.
Don't get it. You definitely need to get pap smear.
Okay.
You definitely have to do that because that way, I mean, what if you would have endometriosis, you know, ovarian cancer? That you need to get done.
Now, I know Mom had ovarian cancer. That's why she had to have the hysterectomy.
Right.
So.
But.
Cancer runs in the family. So.
On both sides.
Yeah.
So you need to get that done.
Mhm.
It's, you know, it's.
Well, they have health screenings like every year.
Right. They do it once a year or once every 2 years now. You know, yeah, it's going to be awkward for somebody to be doing that, you know, your first time, but you get used to it, you know, and it's going to, you know, if something is wrong and you get it, it's going to help save your life.
Right.
You know, just like mammograms, you know, I mean, you're still young for a mammogram, but when you're going to, you know, be that age to start getting them, get them.
Right.
Because all it does is help save a lot, you know. I mean, they could catch it early, you know, like my sister, they caught her lump early and she kicked down cancer in a year.
Good. Now, you see, I have prone to breast lymph nodes getting swollen.
Yeah.
It's only in one breast, but it hurts sometimes. And, you know, I had asked the doctor one time that I was in the emergency room for getting my feeding tube changed. And I was like, my right breast really, really hurts. And it feels like a bump, but I'm not really sure what's going on. And he said it was a swollen lymph node. But I get it often.
Your Aunt Tammy has issues like that, too.
Okay.
So if they have an active family history, you know, you could say my aunt has, you know, been biopsied twice, you know, and they've always come out, you know, benign, you know, I mean, thank God, you know, I mean, and they just, it was a, you know, this one was a cyst, so they, you know, they took it out, you know, so it does run in the family, you know, like issues, you know, that's your aunt. You know, that's your dad's sister, so that's immediate family for you.
Right.
And those things you need to know. You need to know the medical history.
Right. I'm going to write that down because I have a little journal, so I'm going to write it down in there. Make sure I remember.
Yeah.
Now, guess what else? I got my hair colored.
You colored it? What color?
Well, since my natural hair color is brown, I can only choose from light brown or dark brown. My hair color is medium brown, so I went dark brown. But it kind of looks black, and it looks amazing.
This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
Everybody's like, your hair looks so good. I'm like, I was going to go maybe blonde. I don't know. But they gave me
could get blonde when... Yeah, when you get out, you could do blonde.
But it looks really, really good. And it's funny because on the picture that I took, it was before I got my hair colored, but in the picture, it looks like my hair is black. So it looks like my hair now.
Oh, well, cool.
Yep. And whenever you get the picture, can you do me a favor and post it on my support site?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Not a problem.
Because I think the people would like to, see how I'm doing
yeah.
now instead of,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they do. They, they'll send me a private message like, how she's doing, or so. Or I'll go in there and say, oh, I talked to her a little while ago. She's doing great. I just, I do give them updates.
Good.
But when you get out, you'll be able to see all of it,
Yeah.
and then you'll be able to thank everybody,
Right. Yeah.
yourself.
I've gotten quite a few letters of people that read the article, and they
really?
wrote to me and from like all over the place, even Quebec, wherever Quebec is. And
Canada.
one lady had put $50 on my account, and another lady put 10 on my account.
That's awesome.
So I'm like, that's amazing.
Dad tried to fix the account. I think he did it to where like you could call anybody, like, but instead of just us all the time, that you could call other people. He said he was trying to do that. I don't know if he succeeded or not. I'm not sure.
I know that the accounts, like one is Securus, that's the telephone, and the other is Access Corrections, which is the one that I could buy canteen with.
Right.
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, he's like, this was hard to keep up with, like because not to keep up with.
Right, but to figure out.
To remember, that you're not in your account anymore. It was easy to do there. You're like, this shit's all technical.
Right.
But he figured it out.
Good.
And I did tell him that you had told us that you wanted us to wait, till after you were in school.
Right.
And everything to go and visit. And he was like, okay, whatever she wants to do, So, don't worry about that.
I'm finally settled in, and I moved housing units. I went from 4 to 5, so I'm on 5A. I got good roommates, and
that's good.
Things are going good. I talked to the caseworker about putting me in classes, and I wrote to education. They said that I'm on the list because being in school just takes a little while. Since I have a 10-year sentence, they're taking their sweet time because they don't have to rush.
Right.
But, yeah. I put in for all of them, and now I'm job searching because my 30 days are almost up in the kitchen, so I can choose from jobs that I want. I applied at the library. I applied at recreation. And they're like, why do you want to work at the library? I'm like, well, I love books, and, I like being around people, so, I'm friendly, so I'm a good organizer, and I'm good with my hands for recreation, for, games and stuff.
And you know books.
Right.
So.
And I work hard, so.
And Mama Sharon and Aunt Tammy work in library.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. Yeah.
I just like being in a library, surrounded by different kinds of books.
Yeah, all that knowledge.
I spent an hour in the library yesterday.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Just looking at books, and they have a law library with a computer, but you can't access the internet. It's just research on law stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah. That's going to be hard being away from the internet all this time.
Yeah.
I miss Facebook. Facebook's my doom, but I love it.
But look, when I was a kid, we survived without it.
Yeah.
But y'all didn't know what it was like without technology.
And now technology is so advanced. You know, I was looking. There's a new iPhone out there. It's like, wow.
Yeah, iPhone 7. That's what your brother needs to get because he's always getting his wet. He has to upgrade next month. So.
Yeah, he needs one of them waterproof ones.
Girl, he needs waterproof, shatterproof, any kind of proof.
Yeah.
And he's just a boy.
Exactly. And those things break really, really easy.
Yeah. Your sister has no luck with screens. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
None. Hers are so cracked. But she told Dad that it was the protective screen that was cracked. So he don't know that it's really the screen that's cracked.
Oh, and those are hard to work. Like whenever Mom had smashed my my little phone, I tried to make it work again, and one of the buttons where I was pressing didn't work. So I'm like, this sucks.
I know. That's why I had to get a new phone because my old iPhone wasn't recognizing the one when you would call, and I was like crying to Dad. I'm like, she's gonna think I don't want to talk to her.
No.
He was like, go get you a phone.
Gotta get a new phone.
Yeah. I just should have got one with more gigs on this phone. But oh well. You know, I just keep downloading the pictures on Dad's laptop.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Keep it on a memory card or something.
Yeah, I back it up to iCloud, and plus Dad puts them on his phone, so I don't lose any pictures. You know.
I know. Last time I had talked to Erin, she was asking me, questions about Danny, and I explained to her, I'm like, Danny hasn't wanted to talk to me since I talked to him in August, but you can try to call him, but he probably won't answer. But I don't know if it's something for the film or what.
It must be.
Yeah. But I'm like, I gave them his number to try.
Yeah, he didn't text me back, and I was real nice, you know.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, Dan, this is Kristy, Gypsy's, stepmom. She would, like for you to call her and the number and have a good day and call me, text me if you have any questions.
Yeah.
And he's never, called back. So it's like, I don't want to push him. I don't want him to freak out.
Right. But he's friends with the group of people that I used to be friends with, like David and Kim. Well, maybe not David, but, Kim and all of them, they're all in a circle of friends. So, I mean, I don't know what they're telling him, but.
Right. True. Did not think of that.
Right. So, I mean, maybe one day he might, answer my call and I can explain to him everything that's been going on. And I know I like him quite a bit. He's probably like, why didn't you tell me?
Right. I mean, I don't know. I mean, just some people are going to stay upset with you forever.
Right.
Some people are going to stay upset with you for a while and then get over it. Some people never got upset.
Right.
I mean, me and Dad just never got upset. Yeah. And that's when, when I was talking to one of my friends, I'm like, I said, I never knew the term of you love your child unconditionally until this happened. I said, and I didn't even give birth to her. I said, but she's mine, and I said, you don't think that you could love somebody that much
Right.
And you do, you know.
And I'm blessed, you know. I mean, I tell everybody, you know, I got to call my mom today. I got to call Dad today. You know, I tell everybody here and, you know, everybody that, you know, how loved I am and how supported I am, you know, and everybody's happy for me. And, I mean, I'm going to be honest, before all this happened, because of all the stuff that Mom was telling me, I didn't like you because Mom said that, you know, you were the reason that they split up, and the reason my dad wasn't around. You know,
I understand because you only had her version.
Right.
You know, and I'm cool with that. You know, it's all good.
Right. And now it's so not true, and you know, it's like y'all these wonderful people, and I'm so happy that you guys are in my life.
Yeah, us too. You know, I mean, we're happy that we have, you know, this awesome relationship, which we thought we had before. You know,
Right.
But we didn't know. You know, like your mom was telling you, oh, she's the reason. I wasn't the reason.
Right.
You know, he was my best friend. Yes. I loved him, yes, but like a brother at that time, you know. And then one day I just woke up and I was like, God, I think I'm in love with him, you know.
Aww, that is so
sweet. Yeah, awesome love story.
Now, can you believe Brad and Angelina Jolie broke up?
Yeah, I read that. I was like, what the hell? I saw it on Facebook.
I know. I thought they were going to be together forever. I'm like, what?
Yeah. But everybody's talking about them like they know them personally. I'm like, it's so funny.
Yeah. I know. I was upset whenever Blake and Miranda split up because
but you knew
I knew Miranda and Blake. So, and I, you know, gave them a wedding gift whenever they got married. So we got them a picture frame that on the picture frame it had like Miranda, you know how she likes to hunt. So
right.
Well, it was a picture frame that had like some deer antlers on it, and then the frame looked like bark. And in the middle, it had a little silver name thingy that had Miranda and Blake on it.
Well, he's with Gwen Stefani now.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. But anyway, I'm going to go out to the yard and maybe play some volleyball because today's my day off, so I'm enjoying it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely. Take advantage of it.
Oh, well, I love you, and I hope that your migraine gets better.
Oh, yeah. It has gotten better, actually, since we've been on the phone.
Good. Well, I love you, and get some rest.
I love you too, sweetie.
Okay, talk to you later.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
The caller has hung up.